We're having a week of clay this week, and we're starting to mix up an adobe mixture for the floor around the fireplace end of the building, and also to make the mortar for the cordwood walls we're building on this curve. So this is clay that has been dug out from where somebody was building a barn nearby. They needed to dig out into the side of the hill, and this clay came out. It looks fairly sandy when you look at it, but it's actually got a very high clay content, and the sand will help it all bind together when we actually mix it up. So we take the clay from here, and it goes onto these tarps. We add a fair bit of water and a bit of chopped straw. So Nick's puddling away with the clay mix here and just working it with his feet. And what that's doing is it's breaking down all the lumps of clay in here and mixing them thoroughly with the sand and the straw to get a really good consistency of an earth plaster here. So this type of daub mix becomes a very sticky, clay-based, mouldable plaster that you can either use on walls or between logs in a cordwood wall, or as a base for when we're building floors and we're putting in an adobe floor here as well as a cordwood wall. So this is absolutely ideal. What you want is to see that sticking to my hand. It's got a good clay content, and yet at the same time you can roll it and create a fairly malleable ball which you can then shape as you want between different parts of the walls. And once we've got this all finished and down to a nice texture, we'll then move it and put it into the floor where we've got shuttering set up, and the floor will be built up with a series of layers, and then we'll finish it off with some slip coats of very fine clay and water which we can smooth in, because as it dries it will be some natural cracking, and these slip coats will sort of smooth out all the final cracks. And once it's fully dry, we'll then seal the whole floor with a few coats of linseed oil. Should come up a lovely colour with this clay. I'm just pointing up the